What's good, crew? It's Rubber Captain coming back at you with another video. And I know it's been a while. Hey, look, right now, me and my wife's schedule, we got it fixed up. So I'm about to start dropping like I was dropping, like every other day or every other 2 days. It just depends how we feeling. But so I took last week to get a bunch of footage for y'all boys, different lists, different decks. So we're gonna be dropping some exciting new videos this week here, you know what I'm saying, in near future. So by the way, ignore the title of this deck list. I know it says OP12. This isn't an OP11 list. I just put OP12 so I would, be able to find the list that I wanted to find quick and easy because I do got previous king lists from before that I've never showed. But needless to say, first off, I want to give my appreciation. I appreciate everybody who likes, comments, and subscribes. Just dropping a comment on the video, even if it's just saying, hey, what's good, like the list, whatever. I really appreciate it. It helps us out in the algorithm. So everybody who does that, I appreciate it. Everybody who likes and subscribes, I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all real ones. And also, last but not least, my channel members. Everybody who's become official members of the crew, man. Official Rubber Captain crew members. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all really helping me out. And we got more content coming for y'all too, by the way. So that being said, I did a poll probably a couple weeks ago. The first one y'all wanted to see was PB Luffy, so we knocked that video out. I said I'll go in order. So this second video is gonna be a random leader, and we chose Purple Black King. So that being said, we're gonna get into the deck list, and then we'll go over some of the deck strengths and weaknesses as we get through that. So let's get into it, crew. All right, so here we go. Here's the deck list. Here's the deck list in all its glory. First off, we got the leader. It's Purple Black leader. Activate main. Once per turn, Don -2. Choose one. So you get to choose one of the effects. If your hand has 5 or less cards, draw one card. That's the first effect. Second effect, give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn. So a really nice leader effect. And a really nice leader effect. The only really the only issue with this version of Purple Black King is the consistency. Now, if we can fix the consistency, then there's nothing gonna stop this deck. Like once you're able to get your pieces in play, this deck can literally run over anything. Like there's nothing really that's gonna contest it. Oh, by the way, these are not in here. I was testing these out, but these are not in here. This is the list that we're playing in the video. Let me get it back right for y'all boys. My bad, crew. Had to fix the deck list real quick. This was the deck list that we're running in the video right here. I was doing some more testing and I actually switched some cards around and forgot. I was trying to brook out, but I don't think the brooks needed. But needless to say, this is the deck list we're running in the video right here. So like I was saying, the only problem with this deck right now is the consistency. We do got the Sabos here to try to help us get the pieces we need. But as far as like consistency wise, if you see your pieces with this deck, you're literally KOing everything. Like it's too strong. Now that being said, if you don't see your pieces, then it feels kind of bad. I mean, let's just be honest here. Um, Starter cards, you do like to see this island card as much as possible in your opening hand because it sucks drawing it late game. Let's be honest. I mean, yeah, you can discard it off a couple other cards that we have, but you can discard it off the Sabo. You can discard it off the Lin. But other than that, it really sucks to draw this card late game. So we do like to see it in our opening hand if possible, as well as Kuzan or Teach. So these are like the 16 cards you really want to see in your opening hand, just so you don't have to worry about finding them throughout the game. But yeah, mainly this island card. You can play without it for sure, but it does help. Once you start getting some other bodies on board, it does help you. So that being said, we're gonna go through the deck list and kind of explain everything here. So we got Tony Chopper. He's good if we have to use our leader effect early, because he has a on play. Uh, if your board has Don less than or equal to your opponent, you get to add one Don from your Don deck and rest it. So he's great for that aspect. If we have to use our leader effect earlier than we want to, being able to get at least one Don back, making our leader effect essentially only -1 is decent, as well as him being a blocker, low cost blocker. That's always good too. Next we got Black Maria. So like I said, if we have to use our leader effect early, or if our opponent has ramp, being able to play Black Maria out and essentially use her as ramp or to keep us positive and Don. Not a bad card to have in this version of the deck. Next we got the Kamazos here. So let me tell you about this card right here. This card right here, when you get a Kuzan on board, this card right here is hitting sixes. Or sevens, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said sixes. This card right here is hitting sevens every single turn, every time you use the leader effect. So the card says your turn once per turn. When you return Don on your field to your Don deck, KO one of your opponent's characters with 2 or less. Cost 2 or less. Not only is this a 2K counter, but being able to hit sevens every single turn once you establish a Kuzan is just, it's too good. And with your leader effect, you can even hit 9 costs every turn with this character right here. So a 4 cost body that's able to KO a 9 cost every turn with leader effect after you establish Kuzan is just too good. Even if you don't have Kuzan down, there's other Don minus and plays that you can do. So with the Laboons or whatever, but we haven't got to those cards yet. So there's a lot of plays that you can do with this deck, and just this card. Not excluding Teach and Kuzan. There's still plays you can make with this card. Next, another card we like to see in our opening hand that I didn't go over is this Sanji Puddin here. Sanji Puddin is a new addition. This is gonna make our leader effect only cost 1 essentially when you have 1 on board. When you have 2 on board, your leader effect is free. You get to get those 2 Don back as active. Not only that, when you have this established on board, you're allowed, just to say if you have 1 established on board, you're on 10 Don. You're allowed to do plays like play out Teach for 7, do your King effect, minus something, whatever, minus something. Now you get the Don back as active. Play Laboon out, so now you're able to do 11 Don plays. Thanks to Sanji Puddin. You can run the other the Kid card. Problem with Kid, it's a 6K body. It's easier to get rid of. Yes, 5 cost is still easy to get rid of. Like, don't get it twisted. But you could run the Kid if you want the extra counter. It's not a thing that you can't play, right? But we like the Sanji Puddin because it's hitting for 7K every turn. We don't have to worry about it, using it as a blocker. Which Kid is a blocker. You don't have to use him as a blocker. You can attack with him as well. But just being able to attack for 7K into like a body that we can't KO is too good. A lot of opponents are getting a higher cost or higher power characters, going into these next couple metas. So being able to have a big body for 5 Don is, kind of crucial. That being said, Sanji Puddin, great card, great addition to the deck. 2 Lin Lin I was experimenting with. There's another card you can run instead of Lin if you wanted to, but I like gaining the life back. We are only a 4 life leader, so we neg down a lot. Not neg down, but we take life kind of aggressively to see our pieces. So being able to get that life back and hit one of their bodies is too good. So this Hakai Ocean Sovereignty, you can use this card in place of Leyland if you want to. It does hit 2 bodies. So the only downside is this Don -2, so you really don't want to use it like on curve, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the only downside to this card, but I was testing this card as well. But I do like the life gain of the Lin. So yeah. We're running Forest Sazaki's. I guess that's how you say his name. I cannot remember. But either way, it's a 2K counter. Activate main. You may rest one of your Don and this character up to one of your opponent's characters. Get -2 cost for the turn. So I like this card because it works well with the leader effect. If I play it out, I can rest one. I can rest one. Okay, give -2. Now I have 2 rested Dawn to do my leader effect with, so I get all the value out of my leader effect. So it's a great card, and if you play the Searcher, this card will be searchable as well, because there is a Searcher for Animal Kingdom Pirates, but we're not playing the Searcher in this version, because we're running too many cards that are not Animal King Pirates, right? So yeah, Sasaki, great card. We're running Tashigi. This is 2K counter, 3 costs, 4K power. Activated main, you may rest this character, give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn. Another great body, it's 2K counter. The main reason we're playing this card is because we can summon it back off Rebecca. Gives us a pseudo blocker, as well as establishing a real blocker, as in Rebecca. But just a card that we can play out off Rebecca, or even just grab back out of the trash if we need a 2K counter for Rebecca, right? So that's the reason why we're playing this card. But the effect of being able to -2 on a character is also good as well. With our leader effect, this card you're doing -4 on a character, and if you got Teach on board, that's hitting a 7. If you got Kuzan on board, you're hitting even bigger targets. You're hitting anything in the game. So that being said, Tashigi, great card. Next, we're running 4 Laboons. Now, Laboon is cheaper than it was. It's still, like, I guess, a decent price for some people that's just getting into the game. But this card will be reprinted in October, I believe. This card will be reprinted, so the price should drop drastically. But Laboon is probably an essential piece for this version. You can run alternatives, such as the 4-drop Kuzan, but I do recommend, if you do choose to run the 4-drop Kuzan, since you're adding 4 more bricks, you do need to swap this Sanji Pudding out for the 5-cost kid, and I will show you which one that is. It's this 5-cost blocker kid right here. He does essentially the same thing as the Sanji Pudding. So if you do swap the Laboons out for this Kuzan here, I'll show you the Kuzan too, just for my new players. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? He's hiding from me. Okay, right here. So if you do swap him out for this Kuzan right here, then I do recommend swapping the Sanji Puddings out for the kids, just to keep your brick ratio decent, right? Now that being said, Laboon, great card. Rebecca, this is a great card for this version of the list. I was thinking about adding some man shares, just so we can get a Rebecca's back as well and get that loop going. So this is a card we might take in the future, but for now this is where we're at. For Rebecca lets you add back a cost 3 to 7 black character from trash to hand on play. Then play 1 3 cost or less black character from your hand to your field rested. So this adds back your Laboons. This adds back your Tashigis. It also lets you play out the Tashigis, or let you play out your Sasakis if you wanted to get a pseudo blocker in that aspect. It also adds back your Teaches. It also adds back the next card that we're about to go over, which is your Sabos. So Sabo is a 5-cost 6K blocker. On play, your characters can't be KO'd by card effects until the start of your next turn, and then draw 2, trash 2. So great card at protecting your board from KO effects, as well as establishing a blocker, and as well as cycling through your deck and putting cards that you might need in the trash for your Rebecca plays. So Sabo, great card right now. Piece we do like to see when we don't have our pieces. We do like to play this out on curve. Now Teach is just the man, the myth, the legend, man. Look, some of y'all may ask why I'm not playing Jack. I don't want to have to discard a card every turn to KO something. Also, if they do end up swinging into my Teach, I can get back Kuzans from trash. I can get back Sabos from trash. I can get back Rebecca from trash. I can get back Laboon. I can get back any black card in my deck from trash, including himself. So Teach is just probably one of the most broken 7-cost black cards, in my opinion. Great card. You've seen it in the PB Luffy build. This card puts in work. It puts in overtime. he does his job. Next, we got 4 of the 10 cost Kuzans. If you don't know what Kuzan does, your turn, all of your opponent's characters get -5 costs for your entire turn. -5 cost to everything on the board. On play, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. So he comes in on play, he KOs a 5 cost character just based off his effect, and then he subtracts everything -5. So comboing him with Teach, you're hitting 8s. With your leader effect, you're hitting everything in the game. The Kamazos, you're hitting 9s, and so on and so forth. Just there's plenty of combos in this list. Then next we got the island here. You may ask, why are you not playing that many ramp cards? Because we're not really worried about ramping. Like we do love to see this card, but the only reason we like to see this card is just because we can get Dime back for our leader effect. That's pretty much it. Because once we get to 10 Dime, we're not really worried about this card anymore. It does come up in niche plays, you can use it, but other than that, we're not really worried about this card once we get to 10 Dime. This is more of just a 3 Dime play. Because if you look at our deck, we don't really have 3 Dime plays that we like to play. I mean, you can play Black Maria if you're going against another purple deck. Chopper, we really don't like to play on curve. Tashigi, you can play on curve. That's not a bad card to play on curve. But this card's really our only 3 Dime play that we want to see in our opening hand. So that's why it is what it is. We might have to get rid of this in the future. I mean, who knows? Because really, once you get to 10 Dime, this card is pretty much useless. So just drawing it feels bad. Getting it out of life feels bad. It just feels bad to have this card after you get to 10 Dime. So yeah, there's that. That being said, that's enough rambling on about the deck list. I know I talked for 20 minutes in this deck list, but hey, I want to make sure everybody knows what the cards do. That being said, let's get into the gameplay, but before we do, hey Brooke, drop that beat. Alright crew, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't start with meta here. Let me go ahead and mute this up. Wouldn't be right if I didn't start with some meta here. So look, we got GP Luffy. List I just showed you, GP Luffy. I do got another list. Plus I might have a bonus game at the end, but I will show you the other list. I do got gameplay for it, but I'm not gonna show the gameplay. Maybe I will, who knows. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long the video goes. I just don't want the video to run too long. So we're going first here. We don't have a 3 Dime play. We could have played out the Tashigi there. That way, when he does start using his stage, we can already have that minus, but our leader already does that for us, right? So we're not that worried about it. We do want to get him down in life as well to keep that pressure on him. So we just chose to swing 8 there. And Tashigi is our only 2K counter, and we only have 1K counter after that. So, that's another reason why we chose not to play out Tashigi there. But it could be argued it's not a terrible play, right? Because it's not like we want to use our leader effect too early. So, there's that. We do got the Sanji Pudding though for next turn, so that's something to be noticed. And then we'll just use our 2K here. We'll count out aggressively on this first one because we don't have much counter in hand, right? And we know we're going to have to take probably the next hit or possibly the next 2 hits, right? Depending on how he swings. So we're just going to play out our Sanji Pudding here. We're going to pass, no harm done. They're going to play out their own Sanji Pudding here. Feels bad, huh? We will be on 7 Dime next turn. That is an honorable mention. Okay, we take the life hit there off the leader swing. We get a Laboon from the top of life. Okay, nice. We're on 7 Dime here. I guess we can go ahead and play out this Teach, right? I'm thinking if I want to use leader effect or not. To be honest, I don't want to swing because he played out this Tony Chopper. And I know some lists are running that Tony Chopper. We chose to do leader effect. I don't know why we chose to do leader effect. I really don't know why, because we could have hit the Frankie for free anyway. I think I'm just trolling here. Maybe I was getting the extra Dime back to swing potentially, but then I just thought about it. I was like, well, if I leave this chopper on board, he won't get his leader effect, and I think that's a little more toxic than me just swinging a 6-7. But either way, that's a play mistake. We shouldn't have used leader effect right there. There was literally no point. If we couldn't kill Sanji Puddin', there was no point in using leader effect. Well, we did, so you know, it is what it is. The great news is he played out of Uso Hachi to rest down our Sanji Puddin'. We're not letting that go for free, buddy. I'm sorry. Misplay on his part right there. But we will be on 8 dying next turn. That's another reason why that was a mistake to do that. But you know, it is what it is. He's swinging another 7 with his leader, and we're not gonna let that go. You're not getting Sanji Puddin' for free. Let's be realistic here. We get another Sanji Puddin'. That's not a terrible card. Now we can do our leader effect for free if we play that out. I'm not opposed to doing that. Play out another Sanji Puddin'. Nice, nice. Now we can do our leader effect for free. Go ahead and minus the Sanji Puddin' because he didn't. Hold up, crew. Did I cook without knowing it? Did I cook without knowing it? We used our leader effect. Hold on. We used our leader effect. Did that make us more dying than him? Is that what it was? I gotta go back, crew. I'm sorry. I gotta go back now. Okay. So we're at 6 dying. He's at 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he's gonna be at 10 dying. Wait. Oh, he's at 8 dying. Okay. So he's at 8 dying. He does -2. He goes to 7. Oh, okay. So we cooked without knowing we was cooking. We shut down his Going Merry, doing that leader effect early. Yeah, so we shut down his Going Merry, doing that leader effect early. Maybe I thought about it then. I don't know. I really don't know. I honestly can't remember. I made this video, or I made this gameplay literally like last week, but maybe that's what we was doing, was shutting down his Going Merry so he can't buff his characters, so we can just hit him with leader effect easy the next turn. I'm assuming that's probably what was going on, because now I just peeped that game. I don't know why I didn't think about it just now. Like I said, I'm looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes, so who knows? But I'm assuming that's what we did. So it was either a play mistake on our part, or we just cooked without knowing it. Who knows? But either way it goes, being able to shut down that Going Merry is not bad at all. So now we can do our leader effect for free. Get back to 2 dying. Rest to teach. KO the Sanji Puddin'. Put 2 on lead. Swing 7. See what he wants to do. He blocks now. We knew he was gonna block because you know he don't want that card to be on board because he can't activate his leader effect. Then we're gonna swing 9 into face, and you know we're gonna leave 1 dying open just to bluff. We don't have any 1 dying like events in the deck, but he doesn't know that. And a lot of people are really scared of purple just because of Gum Gum Giant. So sometimes just bluffing 1 dying throws their game off. It makes them swing different, makes them swing bad. Who knows? That's just the way I think about it. But either way it goes, next turn we'll be on 10 dying, so we can drop Kuzan if needed. Let's see how it goes. He played out a Sanji Puddin', played out a Rush Luffy. We have no counter in hand. He swung into our Sanji Puddin' with the Rush Luffy. We gotta let that go. Feels kind of bad. He swings into life. We get the stage from life. This is what I'm talking about late game. You don't want to see this stage. It sucks. He swings another 6 into life. We take it. We draw into another stage, crew. We got 2 stages. It's late game. We don't even need these stages. So now I'm thinking, do we gain a life here to play it safe, or do we drop a Kuzan and try to remove his entire board? Which we won't be able to. He's got 1 Don open. I think the safest play is, to be honest, is Lin Lin. Lin trash one of these stages here. Put the Rush Luffy on top. Feels bad that we gotta do it that way, but it's what we gotta do. I think we could do the leader effect to hit this Zoro Joro here with the Teach. Swing 6 into 6 here, and then probably swing 8. Alright, so if he plays another Rush Luffy this turn, we're probably cooked, crew. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, we're probably cooked. Like, just cooked. We don't have any counter. We got 1 2K in hand. We got every brick in the world in our hand right now. You know, it feels bad, but hey, it is what it is. He doesn't play the Rush Luffy. Thank goodness. He plays the Zoro out, draws into a Usohachi 2K counter. We don't really care about that card. Let's see what he does here. He hasn't used leader effect yet, so he still can possibly play a Rush Luffy. Alright, he's back up to 6 down after he used leader effect. He's buffing his Zoro Joro here. He's got his Sanji Pudding buffed. It's looking nice for him here. He uses Electrical Luna to freeze our entire board. Besides Lin. Feels bad. Swing 7 into 5. We go ahead and take that there. Unfortunate. He straps up everything and swings 9 into 8. That was a big mistake. He should have swung there first. But I think he should have just swung to get us down to 0 life. That probably would have been better for him. Thinking here, I could probably go ahead and use another Lin to be honest, to be safe. I think first off we should just swing 9 into 7 just to see what he does. But I definitely think we should swing 9 into 7 first. And we're not going to do that at all. We're going to do an 11 Dawn play. Oh, I see what we're doing. So, we played out the Sasaki, minusing the 2 costs on the Sanji Pudding. Doing our leader effect to minus 2 more costs on the Sanji Pudding. We didn't have to do the minus 2 more costs. We should have drew a card there. That was a play mistake. And we're going to play out the Lin, probably putting the Sanji Pudding into their life, gaining another life. You know, and then we're gonna swing 5 into 6 just to troll him, see what he wants to do, and then we're gonna swing 9 into 6. Now, was that the most optimal play? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think first we should have swung 9 into his Sanji Pudding to see what he wanted to do. If he countered out of it, then maybe we could have did that play. But I think ultimately we should have swung 9 first just to test the waters. You do want to do plays like that before you play with your Don. If you can swing 2K over, it's best to do that first just to see what your opponent does, because he might have let that go. And if he'd have let that go, then I could have put a Zoro Joro into life without playing out my 2K counter. And, you know, we would have been in a better position than we are now. But since we chose to do it the other way around, this is where we're at. So let's see how it works out for us. He takes the life there. Nice for us. That's nice for us. Let's see what we do. He plays out another Sanji Pudding. Probably going to play out a Rush Luffy now, which would suck. He's swinging 8 into 8. I'm going to counter out to save that. Swinging 2 into 1, that's fine. He's swinging 9 into 8, that's fine. You can have it now. We should grab back a 2K counter for sure. We're gonna grab back a Laboon. I think we should have grabbed back a 2K counter, but we can do a Teach Laboon play. That is a thing. Alright, here we go. It's probably gonna be a Teach Laboon play that I was mentioning in the description or the deck list. We could play out the Kuzan as well. Looks like I'm thinking about it. I think before we do anything, we should swing into this this Zorojoro, see if he wants to give it up. See what we do here. Swing first. Come on, man. Come on. We just don't want to swing first, man. We don't want to do it. We play out the Teach. We're gonna do our leader effect now. Should draw a card. If we get -2, well, we can get -2. I think we should just draw a card though. Yeah, I like drawing a card better there because the Laboon is gonna be able to -4 on the Sanji, which is gonna let us pop it with the Teach. There we go. There goes our 11 Don play. I talked about it in the deck list, and now we're showing it off. We're gonna swing 7 into 6, see if he wants to give it up. He don't. He wants to give us a 0 cost event. All right. Well, we're gonna go 9 into 6, 5 into 2 first, just to get rid of more attacking bodies. 9 into 6. He has to let it go. He's got 3 cards in hand, and our board is ferocious, like literally diabolical. He plays out a stage, and he draws into nothing, and he passes. He has literally nothing he can play this turn. Now he could do the I don't remember what Gum Gum Pistol does, like forgive me crew. But he could do his leader effect, just it would suck to do it that way. Or he could play the 6 cost Sanji out, do his leader effect, neg, stand up to Don, play out the other Sanji for 3. Let me think. No, because we're at 9 Don. So because we're at 9 Don after our leader effect the last turn, he can't even play the Sanji out for 3. So he'd have to play one out for 6. And then I guess he could use this event. I don't know what this event does, but he could probably use this event to swing whatever. Either way, he was in a terrible position, crew. Like, he was just in a bad spot. I mean, next turn, like, bruh, it's just ugly. Like, swing with everything on board, play Kuzan over a Lin Lin, KO every single thing on board with Kuzan, Teach, and Laboon combo with leader effect. Like, yeah, it was ugly, crew. Let's get on to the next match. Alright, crew, so some people may be saying, hey, what about UP Luffy? How do you play into UP Luffy? So here we go. UP Luffy, and my hand is it's mid. It's mid. We mulligan into this, so it is what it is. We do got the Sanji pudding. We like to see that on curve. We don't see the stage, crew. So yeah, you can tell you literally don't need the stage to make this deck work, right? It does make it feel a whole lot better. Don't get me wrong. When you get stage, it makes it feel a whole lot better. You're ramping every single turn with stage. It feels great. It feels better. But it's not needed. So we play out the Sasaki. I'm just gonna call him Sasaki. We're playing out the Sasaki. Played out Tony Chopper. We're chilling. We can't swing into him. We're chilling. He straps up 9, swings into our life. That's fine. We draw into the stage. Hey, look, we found it. We found it. Here we go. We're gonna use the stage. Nice. Thinking here, probably just strap up and swing 7. See if he wants to give us an early life. He gives us a 2K, that's nice. We like to see 2Ks come out of their hand. It's always a good thing. Next turn we'll be on 8. It could be possibly a Sanji pudding play for sure. 8 Don. On 8 Don, you can play out Sanji pudding and Laboon in one turn. So that's another niche play to think about. And with the stage, you can go right back up to 8 Don. So you're essentially doing it for free. And you draw a card with your leader effect on top of that if you have 5 or less cards. So it's a really nice combo line. There's a lot of intricate lines in this deck that you have to think about with this Sanji Pudding or Kid if you're using the Kid variation. Um, just pretty much think about, okay, if I got Sanji Pudding and another card, like, let's just say if I got Sanji Pudding and 8 Don, I could do a 9 Don play. If I got Sanji Pudding and 9 Don, I can do a 10 Don play. So you want to like calculate your plays based off of that. Sanji Pudding essentially is an extra Don when you play him out. Let's just say that. So count him as playing him out for 4, right? So we know UP Luffy plays big bodies. I think we should do the play that I just spoke of. We should do the -2 with the leader effect. Draw a card. Draw a card. I don't know why I'm hovering over give opponent -2 cost when I can't remove anything. Draw a card. Yeah. Gain an active Don. Nice. Now we won't be able to swing if we do this, but you know, they're gonna be on 8 Don next turn. And this Laboon is very scary for them. Yeah, we're going to use the stage to go back up to 8. We're going to play out the Laboon. Then next turn, we're going to be on 10 Don. So if we draw into a Kuzan, a Teach, we're going to be cooking. We don't have anything decent in hand. That is the only problem right now. We have no KO'ers in hand. He uses a gravity blade and gets rid of our whole board. It feels terrible, crew. It feels bad. I take the life there because I need to see more pieces. We draw into the Sabo, so that's a good thing. Use the Sabo. Probably trash the Tony Choppers. I think we should go ahead and play out the Sanji Pudding there just for, you know, funsies. Draw another card, nice. Get another Laboon, but we still don't have a KO'er, which feels bad. We're just gonna swing 6 into 6 here. He will be, you know, officially in his leader effect this next turn, which sucks because we don't have anything to remove his board they could potentially play. And if they start playing out Sanji's into whatever while we're in this state, it could be very bad for us. We're only got 2 life, and we need to be able to remove bodies every turn in order to, you know, effectively win this match. Let's see what he does here. We gotta pray that he doesn't see what he needs to see. If he plays one big body, then it'll be more manageable. But if he doesn't, then, you know, we could be low-key cooked. Like, you know, that's just how it goes. That's the only problem with this deck right now. Like I said, the consistency. But if you see the pieces you need to see, you can cook pretty much almost any deck. I say almost because, you know, you're not going to beat everybody. Like, you know, Bello Betty might still be a struggle, right? I mean, if you don't see your KO pieces in Bello Betty matchup, you're pretty much GG. Shake their hand. It's over. He plays Katakuri out. We feel a whole lot safer. We're wiping the sweat off our forehead and the sweat off our balls. So yeah, feels better. Put 1 on lead, swinging 7. I really don't want to take another attack, so we're just gonna block and give him a 2K there. Save our blocker. We draw into Rebecca, but we don't have anything in trash. Like, we're in a terrible spot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think we should just play out the Laboon here. Do -2. We need to draw a card. I don't know why we're even hovering over the give -2 cost. Yes, draw a card. We draw into another 2K. We cannot find the pieces that we need. If we would have drew into a Teach right there, it would have been cooking. We could have got rid of the Katakuri for free. But we didn't. So, you know what? We're about to just swing big. We're going to swing 9 in. See if he wants to block with that Katakuri. Or give us the event. He gives us 2 2Ks. I'm like, alright, bet. We'll gain the rest of Don back with our stage. I'm thinking here about attaching all Don. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to swing 10 into 6 now. So we're either going to force him to turn his blocker sideways and give us some more cards. Or he uses a little lower cost blocker because I forgot about Nami being on the board. So yeah, he just blocked out with the Nami there. Our hand is full of 2Ks, but literally not what we want to see. The good news is, the great thing about Sanji Puddin is he acts as a pseudo blocker. He's not a card that they want to leave on the board, right? Like, they don't want you getting 11 dime plays every turn once you get to 10. So it's a card that they're going to want to deal with. And if he chooses to swing into that with his big body, that is okay with me. He red rocks. Oh my goodness. He red rocked our Sanji Puddin off the board. Crazy. I had to go back and see that again. Did he really just do that? So, this play is telling me one of two things. Oh, he didn't red rock our Sanji Puddin. He red rocked our Sabo. So now I'm knowing he's gonna try to get rid of the Sanji Puddin because there's no need to red rock the blocker if you're trying to get rid of the blocker and you're trying to get rid of the Sanji Puddin in one turn. Little does he know, we got a handful of counters, so depending on what he swings, we could save the Sanji Puddin for sure. He's putting 3 on, swinging 11 into the Sanji Puddin, and I got bad news for him. We got the counter for it, and we give him, 2 2Ks and a 1K. And we get up out of it, you know what I'm saying? He swings 6 into 5, we give him another 2K. We're showing him we got counter for days, we don't even care. We get the 10 drop Kuzan, we rest down the Laboon. We play the Kuzan out, KO the Katakuri. Now all of a sudden we're stabilized and our opponent is in a terrible position here. We put 1 on lead after using leader effect to draw a card. Swing 6 into their leader. Use the stage just to go back up to 10 for no damn reason because we don't care. Swing 7 into 6. He gives us a gear 2. Now we know he's out of counter. He didn't have a big body to play last turn because there was no need to red rock if you did. We are in a great position all of a sudden, crew. We're in a great position all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden we are looking nice. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what he does here. He's looking hard. Let's see, scroll through. He drew a Luffy, the Rush Luffy. He's playing out the Rush Luffy, okay. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? You gonna swing 9 on the Sanji Puddin? He's thinking, crew, he's thinking hard. Alright, he put 1 on the Rush Luffy, swinging 9 into 7. Discarding the card, bouncing the Laboon. Where's he gonna put the rest of Dine? He puts it on leader. Okay, we're gonna give him a 2K, 1K. We're gonna save it. He swings 7 into 7. We're gonna give him a 1K and we're gonna save it. Look at this pseudo blocker here, man. Saving lives. So we're gonna play our Rebecca now. Draw into the Laboon. We're gonna swing 10 into 8. See if he wants to keep that card. We don't have any way to KO it, right? He gives us 2 2Ks. Wait, did he give us 2 2Ks for that? Sorry, crew, I gotta see. Because it's important. Yep, he gives us 2 2Ks. So now I know he probably doesn't have any 1Ks, or if he does, it's probably a blocker Nami. We're gonna go ahead and do leader effect there, draw a card. We draw into a Kuzan, which is nice. I say now we should just go 3 onto the Sanji Puddin. Swing 10 into the 5 again. Or 10 into the 8, I'm sorry. 10 into the 8. Do you want to give up them last 2 cards in your hand? He doesn't, of course. Play out the Laboon. Rest the stage for no damn reason, and we're chilling. Now we got a blocker. We still got 2 life. He's at 3 life. Don't get it twisted. He hasn't took a life. but he's in a terrible position. He only has 2 cards in hand. He does got a leader effect, so he is going to be able to draw 2 cards this next turn essentially for free. But if we see another KO'er, which we do got this Kuzan, but if we see another KO'er as in like the Teach or the Kamazo, he's going to be cooked. He drew Zoro, so that let me know he didn't have anything good to draw off the top. Or nothing he wanted us to see anyways. He plays the 9-cost Rush Luffy out. Probably wasn't the best card that he could have seen, but hey, it is what it is. It happens. What's he gonna do now? Swing 6 into my life. Okay, we take that. Swing 6 into one of my, or 10 into one of my bodies. We block out with Rebecca. He goes off with the 10 attack first. We're just gonna block out with Rebecca. Then he's forced to swing 6 into life. We'll take that. He definitely does not want to not have that Dawn open. We draw into the Teach. It's looking like it's gonna be game over here soon. We're gonna play out the Teach. Do the leader effect. I think we should just draw a card. Draw a card. We get another Teach. That's nice. Rest the Laboon. His Luffy's a 0 cost. Rest the Teach. KO the Luffy. Now it's going to be 8, 8, 10. And as we know, 8k attacks on the 6k leader is devastating to their hand or their life. Granted, we are in a position where if he finds another rusher, he could potentially get game, right? But depending on what we get off life. We're going to leave a Dawn active just, We're going to leave a Dawn active just in case, you know, just to bluff that we got a 1-cost event. Because he doesn't know if we have one, right? He took that 7k hit, so we're gonna go ahead and put one on and swing 11. I lied. I thought we was gonna leave one active just in case, but since he took that hit, we decided to go 11 in, get him down to 1. Force him to be in a situation where he has to get game here, or he's probably cooked. See what he does here. He could always Lin too, right? He could Lin gain another life. Not a terrible play. Drew a gear 2. What is he gonna do here, crew? He's taking a little while. I'm gonna skip through. He plays a Sanji into Mihawk. What did he bottom deck with the Mihawk? Or what did he return in? Oh, the Teach. He bottom decked the Teach. Okay. He bottom decked the Teach with the Mihawk. Now he's gonna be able to swing 6 into us here. We do got a 2k for that though. Swing 6 into the Laboon. We give him the 2k there. Nice. Here, we're gonna play out the Teach. We're gonna use our leader effects to draw a card. Nice. We get the Kamazo. We're gonna rest the Laboon. Ooh, wait. Let me see. That's smart there. We're gonna swing 7 into 6. I need to see something here. 1 second, crew. What did we do there? Oh, we drew a card. That's what it was. Yeah, we drew a card. Okay, I was about to say, I was wondering why we didn't do -2 and play out the Kamazo, but it's because we drew the Kamazo. Okay, it makes sense. That would have been a nasty play. Well, we still could have done the Kamazo, right? Oh no, because Zaki requires a rested Dawn. So yeah. We're just gonna swing 7 into 6 here, see what he does. and 10 and the 6. Probably play out this Rebecca just to be safe. See what he does here. He goes down to 0 life. Nice. Are we gonna play out this Rebecca? He used the gravity blade trigger. Okay, so he got the gravity blade trigger. It's probably gonna get rid of our Laboon here. He got rid of the Sanji pudding. Okay, that's fine. Play out Rebecca. We're chilling. Now, if he has Rush Luffy, we could be in trouble. But Rebecca was able to grab us a 2K, so that is a great thing. So right now we got 4K encounter in hand. We can get out of an 8K attack. So depending on how he plays this, it's going to determine how this game's going to end. He draws into a 2K counter Sanji. Let's see what he does here. Taking his time, crew. Sorry about that. He plays a Katakuri blocker. Okay. Swing 6 into the Laboon. That's going to be an easy 2K counter. And then his 9K attack will be blocked. Swings 9 into the Laboon. We block with the Rebecca. Next turn is gonna be ugly for our opponent, crew. Alright, we got the Kamazo in hand. I think we should play the Kamazo out first. Play the Kamazo out first before you do anything. Okay, we're gonna use this Sasaki. -2 on the Katakuri. Play the Kamazo out. Play out the Sabo blocker. Trashing 2 cards, making it where none of our board can be KO'd by effects. We're gonna do the effects -2. We should click on the Mihawk for sure. Use the Laboon. Do the Mihawk. Swing 10 into 6 there. This board state right here is absolutely diabolical, crew. Like, if you get to this board state, there's literally nothing your opponent can do. And I mean nothing, man. Nothing. Like, Kuzan, Teach, Laboon, Kamazo. Oh my goodness. That's guaranteeing you 2 10 cost bodies every turn. Guaranteed. Cause you get -5 with the Kuzan. -2 with your leader effect on anything, right? That's -7 cost right there. So Teach can hit a 10K. Laboon, -4 cost to whatever card. Plus the Kuzan, that's -9 cost. So your Kamazo can hit any card. This board state right here is like peak fucking troll. Our opponent's down to 2 minutes. Like, you can see he's been taking his time. Like, we still got 10 minutes left, almost 11 minutes on our clock. Our opponent's down to 2. He plays a blocker Sanji. I don't know why, because that card is not staying, like, at all. And he swung into our Laboon, but it didn't matter. Even if he played the Lin Lin out here, You know, it wasn't gonna be good for him. And Sabo protecting our board just shut down his God thread. He wasn't gonna be able to do that. Like, this blocker wasn't gonna survive 1 leader effect. Like, let's be realistic here. I could have just rest down the teach to KO the blocker. Like, our opponent was absolutely cooked in this situation. And crew, this video's been going on so long. Like, I'm just gonna have to show y'all the bonus game I have for y'all lined up. I mean, I was gonna show y'all I will go over the other deck list at the end and show you what the other deck list looks like. But as far as gameplay, we'll probably save that for the members video for the other deck list. But I will show y'all the other deck list. But first, before we do that, we're gonna get into the bonus footage I got for y'all boys. So let's get there. Alright crew, it's bonus footage time. We got RP Luffy going against Katakuri, man. For my RP Luffy lovers, here you go, man. You know I couldn't keep y'all waiting too much longer for some RP Luffy work. So we are going first here, which is nice for us. We do got 2 Thunder Bagwas in hand. So here I'm gonna choose to swing 7, leave 4 open Dawn for our 2 Thunder Bagwas. That's gonna get us out of 2 attacks for free and ramp us twice. We love it, we love it. He swings 6, he swings 7. We use Thunder Bagua to get out of both. Now we're on 10 Dawn. It's time to apply that ultimate pressure. We play out Dragon, give 2 to our lead. We swing 8 into 5 here. He's down to 3 life already, by the way, crew. We put 1 on Dragon, we swing 10 here. This game is going by fast. As you can tell, we are RP Luffy professionals over here. We are RP Luffy professionals. We don't take time to think. We just know life and play. Alright, he put 3 Dawn on. He's swinging 8 into our 6 here. We know swinging 8 into a 6k leader is toxic. We go ahead and use the Gum Gum Giant right away. He's got another 8k swing for us. We're like, man, he really wants to apply that pressure to us, crew. But, you know, we're going to go ahead and give him a 2k, 1k counter out of that. He swings another 8 into us. We're going to go ahead and take that life. We got 2 Gum Gum Giants in hand, 2 Rush Sanjis, which one of we're about to put to work right away. Playing them out, resting down the 1 cost for no damn reason. And now it's time for our onslaught. We're going to swing 7 into 5, seeing what he wants to do. He gives us a 2k, 1k. That's fine. Now we're going to swing 8 into 5. Do you got 2 2ks? Now we're going to swing 9 into 5. We got him down to 0 life. We got 2 Gum Gum Giants in hand still with 2 open Dawn. There's no way this guy's gonna win. He swings 8 into 6 again. He's getting really aggressive with it. Little does he know we got counted for days with his Gum Gum Giants. We're gonna Gum Gum Giant the first swing. He's swinging another 8 into 6 here. We're gonna take, because we already know we can get out of it, right? He puts 4 on his lead. He swings 10. We Gum Gum Giant, and he is cooked that quick. Turn 5, crew. I am a demon on RP Luffy. But yeah, hey, that's gonna be it for the bonus gameplay. Look, hey, this is not sped up at all, crew. I swear this is just literally like, look, it's a 2-minute game. This is a 2-minute game, crew, not sped up. 2 minutes, look, right here. I'm not even trolling. But hey, man, my RP Luffy lovers, man. This is an older list, by the way. This is a current, like, you know, we played this on the 6th, right? This ain't no old gameplay. But yeah, this is an older list. If you're curious about the list, hit me in the Discord. We do got Discord, so if you're not joining the Discord, then join the Discord for sure. But if you want to know this list that we played right here, hit me in the Discord. I'll drop it down there for y'all. But yeah, let's get back into the other deck list, crew. Alright, crew, so this right here is our second deck list. That the one that's a little more consistent at seeing some of our pieces. The reason why is because we are running the searchers. This is just to make sure we see the island card when we need it. We're running the queen searchers. We're running the we're going to claim the One Piece. That way we can search our island card up. We're still running the Kuzan Teach Laboon combo. We still got the Tony choppers. We did add the puddings here. This is kind of like a smaller Sanji pudding, but it's searchable with the we're going to claim the One Piece card. And everything else is pretty much the same besides the queens. We do got the queens in here. 1 second, crew. Sorry, I had to cough there, but we do got the queens, which is searchable. We're gonna claim the One Piece. And we're also running the promo OT. When 2 or more of your Don cards are returned to your Don deck, you get to add 1 Don from your Don deck and set it as rested. This is essentially replacing the Sanji Pudding. You also get to set one of your purple stages as active. So using this card, you get to essentially use your leader effect for free. As well as Rampadon, because you get to set your stage as active, because your stage already adds a Don rested. You get to set it back active, re-rest it again, so you get to add 2 Don rested with this OT card on the field, as well as she adds a Don from the Don that is rested. So that's 3 Don in 1 turn on 6 Don if you got the stage out on field, which is searchable. We're running the Searcher Queens, and we're gonna claim the One Piece. I already went over that, but yeah, this is the other list. We do got a couple games of this list as well, but we don't want the video to go on forever. We don't want the video to be 2 hours, so I'll probably drop this version for the members only videos. So if you're a member, stay tuned for that. If you like Purple Black King, consider becoming a member, and you can see this list in action as well. But that being said, crew, I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all like the content, make sure y'all hit that like. Drop a comment for your boy, because it helps us out in the algorithm. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.